Assalamualaikum everyone, I hope you're doing well. As you can tell by my erratic upload schedule, I've kind of just been a bit meh about YouTube, social media, like the whole thing. It's Ramadan time now, so the guy literally was just like, can you throw my jewelry out the window, because he was in a rush. And then he was like, open both windows fully, and he threw me 2 little pizzas, which is lovely. So I've just popped these in the microwave. This morning I made myself a healthy smoothie. 3 very ripe bananas, or like 2.5, a handful of frozen spinach, some frozen mangoes and milk. That's all it is. I was gonna put some honey in, then I was like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna over sweeten it. We're just gonna go with that. The title of this vlog is already gonna be called Feeling Overwhelmed, because that's how I'm feeling right now. Let's start with fueling ourselves and then see how it goes. Okay guys, shower done, got ready for Jummah, and this one had a little bath as well today. It's the second bath he's had, and Alhamdulillah, it went so much better than the last one, because the last one he was quite little, and this time he's still like shaking himself out, but he was very calm. He didn't meow at all. I think he quite liked the water, and also I was holding him, I was like, boy, well done. So he's had a very like itchy neck area for like last 2 weeks, so I just thought maybe a relaxing bath will soothe the area. I did put treatment on him and he seems to be better. And I'm gonna catch up with my mom, and then I'm gonna, I think, start on the beauty room, and that's where I'm gonna start, because that's probably like the room I've been avoiding the most. But yeah, good job, Rumi. Good job. Well done. Oh, the purr's back. Hello. Giving Rumi some cuddles. He's such a good little kitten. Thank you. Thank you for the kitten kiss. Thank you. Okay guys, this is what I've got to work with. I've honestly not sat down and done my makeup here properly in about 8 weeks, I want to say, because obviously I was away for 3.5 weeks, and I've just not had a chance to really sit and enjoy this space, and as you can tell, it's just become an absolute dumping ground. So I am going to have my Belvita, I'm going to have my Pepsi, I'm just going to get on. I'm going to try and film bits of it, but I'm not wearing my hijab right now because my hair's obviously wet. I'm letting it air dry, so I'll try and film what I can. This is honestly the hardest thing about vlogging and being a hijabi. But yeah, wish me luck please guys. Cue the montage.
The Prophet ﷺ says, should I not show you, lead you towards something? If you were to do it, it would increase the love between you. That's not an easy thing, one would think. But he says, Afshu salama bainakum. Spread not only the peace between you, but start off with the greeting. Greet someone with a smile. Acknowledge them, look in the eyes. Assalamu alaikum. Even if I differ with you, my brother, my sister, I will respectfully differ. I don't have to be a cheap human being. Where is the value and the character of a Muslim?
Okay, wow. Like, what a difference a cleared surface makes. It's unbelievable. So I'm just going to move this, listen to some Mufti Menk as I was doing that, because He's my fave, and yeah, always find his reminders so beneficial and helpful. I know you're typically supposed to light candles once you have finished cleaning, but you know what? I finished this big surface. I'm gonna reward myself for doing one little thing. So next thing I'm gonna do now is go through these drawers, and basically I want to just be able to walk away from this area and know that it's all sorted out. By the way, we've got a games night, but I might actually start doing my makeup now. Let me just do my water and then do my makeup. Okay, now that we have light, I think it is time to do a little bit of an impromptu vlog style get ready with me. I've just been in a bit of a funk with life, not just YouTube, Instagram, etc. And I think the word that I can use to sum it all up is overwhelmed. When I really think about like why it is, it just frustrates me because right now I'm back in that phase of like not technically working. I'm technically, you know, unemployed, and like I said in my video with Iqra, I am in a phase where I'm trying to transition to being self-employed, but I probably will end up going back to being employed because, you know, jumping from working for someone else, working in a sort of more career type field, to then becoming self-employed, it's not so smooth for everybody. And it's not an easy, quick jump like, oh right, yeah, now I've decided I'm going to put my all into this, so now that's going to be your main source of income. We are going to be travelling, inshallah. We haven't even booked the tickets yet, so let's see what happens. But if I am, and if it does happen, I 100% will be vlogging it because it definitely will be a memorable experience. You'd think, wouldn't you, that when you have time to yourself, you finally have the time to do all the things that you were like, oh well, you know, I'm busy right now, but when I get a minute I'll do it. But let me know if I'm the only one who's been in this position and felt incredibly just overwhelmed by the time. And it's like, it feels like the more time I have, the more I have to do, which I know is not true. I know it's that due to becoming overwhelmed, not being the most efficient with my time. I think a lot of the times when you have less time, you make sure you get the things that you need to get done, whereas when you've got more time, you kind of take your time with it. Oh, I'm saying time so many times, honestly. How many times can I say that word? When you've got more autonomy over your time, it's so hard. A lot of people's dream is to be self-employed, but actually to do that you have to be so incredibly disciplined. It's unbelievable. Started a time blocking schedule thing on Google Maps. I believe I spoke about that at some point on the interwebs, but have I stuck to it? No, I have not. And who is to blame but myself? There's literally no one else to blame. And now that I kind of have seen how my routine is going alongside Iqra's routine, I can adjust it. I just think I need to kind of get myself together. But guys, adulting is so hard, honestly. Like, you don't realise how much there is to do until you have moved out. To be honest, mainly our mom's responsibility is now on our shoulders, and to kind of balance it all as well as work, it's tough. Like, I've been there, I've worked full-time and I had our own place, I worked part-time, had our own place, and now it's like being self-employed or trying to become self-employed, you know, with this business idea of like photography. I just feel like because I have got that freedom, Alhamdulillah, and this opportunity, I get quite overwhelmed with the idea of really pushing myself to make something of my little business whilst also maintaining everything else. And I can do it in your household, maintaining family ties, keeping up with your friends, being there for everyone around you, also giving time to your relationship, also having me time, you know. And then for me, like, also still keeping the blush and giraffe somewhat active. Sometimes that just feels like it should be the last of my priorities, but at the same time, when I actually think about it, I could prioritize everything if I just decided to get myself together. And that's where we're in this vicious cycle, because I try to do that and then I just get so overwhelmed. I don't know if any of you guys can relate, just the feeling of being overwhelmed and feeling like there's so much to do, you can't do it all, even though there's no reason for you not to be able to do it all. And then I think that guilt, and you honestly, you just feel rubbish as well, to be honest. And this is such a first world problem. I'm so aware of that, I promise you. So let's talk a little bit about photography and photography. So I have been, alhamdulillah, booking more and more clients. Not enough where I can say like it's even a proper side hustle at this point, I'm still not even making half the money I was making whilst I was working part-time as a teacher. Just to give you guys some sort of perspective as to like where I'm at. If we like step away from the money side of things for a moment and look at the fact that even like booking more and more clients means that inshallah success is going to follow after that, because what I've learned very quickly with this business is that yes, Instagram is important, yes, social media is important. The main thing is word of mouth, and the main thing is experience, and especially because like where I am is quite small and there's really no one else doing what I'm doing in this area. Like yeah, you can definitely get photographers, but you have to hire them from Glasgow or Edinburgh, and obviously they come with their own fees for that. And I kind of am trying not to specialise in weddings anyway, because that's a massive deal. I prefer to do like mendis and dolkis and, you know, parties, that sort of thing, because there's no one else really doing that. And then slowly but surely I'm noticing that, you know, the word's getting out there, and most of my clients are booking because, oh yeah, I saw you did so and so's mendi, like what, can you give me a quote for this, da, da, da. I wish it was a faster paced growth sort of thing where I could actually have like 5 or 6 clients or 3 or 4 events and then 3 or 4 portraiture clients booked a month. That would be amazing, where I could be so busy with it that it felt completely fulfilling. Because it's such a slow growth for me personally, it's my journey, I do feel that it's a little bit disheartening at times. I'm doing at the moment, which is the photography side of things. First of all, I really enjoy it. Like I mean, some people wouldn't, but generally it's so much fun and so enjoyable for most people to be at a mendi, to be at like a happy occasion. You know, you're there, it's a vibe, you're capturing the good time. There is stress involved. Not going to be a single job, a single business career path that's not going to have any stress. But it's like this post that I read on Instagram. It was like, you know, marriage is hard, divorce is hard, choose your hard. Being fit is hard, being overweight is hard, choose your hard. You know, you gotta choose the path that makes the most sense to you. And for me, like, it is still a pinch me moment. Like when I was at the mendi, and I was really enjoying it. And the other thing is, I'm seeing my own skills improve so much. Like, not to toot my own trumpet, but if I compare the first event I ever shot, which was Wakar's cousin's Mayon back in 2019, to the mendi this time, miles apart. You would not be able to tell it's the same photographer. I'm learning my camera every single week. I'm learning more and more things about the trade. I'm also putting in hours and hours of work and practice. I'm really putting the work in because I'm passionate about it, but because I am passionate about it, I'm really enjoying it. I am loving it, and it's making me think like, wow, is this what it's like to do something you absolutely love? And I don't want that to come across as like, oh right, so you didn't love teaching, because I did, and I do love teaching. For me right now, I'm kind of thinking like, how can I push myself to push this business to be a success? There's like a ton of like free resources. Is there like a small part of me that is scared to disappoint clients and stuff like that? Yeah, there is, absolutely. But I think that's why I'm priced fairly as well. You know, like I'm not charging over £100 for a mini session, which people rightly are because that's the skill that they have. I'm not. I'm charging less because my experience is less, because I am still learning in this field. And yeah, I just feel like I'm being as fair and true to myself as possible. But what I am 100% sure in is that I love this, and if I had the opportunity to do this full time, I'm pretty certain I'd take it. The only thing that would stop me is the fear of like it becoming painful to do, which inshallah I won't. My photography account, I'm following so many photographers from the UK, from Canada, from America. A lot of them are Asian photographers, you know, photographing Asian events, but I do like to follow Fuji photographers because that's the system that I have. And do you know what, I would love to sort of diversify as well, and not just sort of market myself as an Asian events photographer, even though that is kind of where the niche in the market is in this area. Even if I am supplementing like part-time teaching and part-time photographing for a while to bring some income to the table for Iqra and I, because we have got some big plans coming up inshallah. scary plans. The long and short, like, I'm not gonna go into it now, but we're not gonna be in this place for long anymore. This was home for us for, it will be a year at the end of this month, I think. So yeah, it's been a good year, Alhamdulillah, a really good year. I think that's the thing, like, I kind of feel like how a lot of people feel like when they're sort of 16, 17 and they're asked to decide what they want to do for the rest of their life. But the difference is, when I was that age, I knew pretty much that I wanted to be a teacher, and I knew that's the direction I was going to go in. And I didn't ever think that I would be in a position to try and pursue this dream, because it's always been something I've loved. Like, if you've ever read my photography website, you will have seen in the about me that when I was 14 I photographed my uncle's wedding. Not obviously I was not the photographer, but I literally had my little camera and I was like taking photos of everything, and I was like trying to get the blurry background and all this stuff. And then with my photos I ended up putting them, making an album, and this was back when I was 14, so this was 12 years ago. I made them an album and they loved it. They were so happy with it, and my great uncle in particular was like so emotional when he saw it. He was like, oh, like, I can't believe you did this, it's amazing. And the joy that I got then is genuinely the joy that I feel now when I'm able to do it. But now it's like a pinch me moment because I'm being paid. I know that I'm not 100% where I want to be, but I also know that I will do everything in my power to get there, inshallah. And alhamdulillah, like with Fuji, they allow you to rent out lenses that are super expensive. For you just pay the deposit and then you can rent them out. And they even just let you trial out a lens for 2 days. I am trying, I'm building slowly but surely. I'm praying that like this is a success for me, and I would really, actually, I don't do this often on my YouTube channel, but I would really, if you're watching this, appreciate your du'as. If you can make du'a that, you know, if this is a beneficial and positive thing for me, like my photography business, if you can please make du'a that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases it for me and makes it easier for me to make this into success, and that would be amazing. I mean, to that du'a, and that would be amazing if you guys could make a short du'a. But I feel like I sat here chatting for ages. That's kind of where I've been feeling overwhelmed, but I've also like slowly started chipping away at things. Even just cleaning this table, I know it's like such a simple basic thing, but it's made me feel better. I hope you guys enjoyed catching up with me. I think this is probably where the video's gonna end, because like I said, I've just chatted for a while, but it's stuff that I've been wanting to say for a while as well. And yeah, that's kind of why I've been very sporadic on YouTube and Instagram, because I guess it's at the quote that I read today and I reposted and I asked you guys on Instagram. I said, does this resonate with you? I'm going to end the video on this quote. You have to want it more than you fear it. I fear failing. I fear putting my 100% in and then just like it not being good enough. And I fear failure within the actual job itself and failure to make this into a successful business. But do I want it more than I fear? Yeah, I do. And now I'm going to say it with confidence. I do want it more than I fear, and I pray that if it's meant to be, it will be. Alhamdulillah, it's only gained traction since I started, you know, which is a positive thing. But yeah, I've got to put the work in, put the graft in, put the grind in, and do my absolute best, and that's all we can ask for. I hope you guys are doing well, and thank you so much to those of you who still, you know, have stuck around and watched my vlogs. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye. I didn't even talk about the fact that I now have a friend in Dundee. How exciting. I'm going to be vlogging a little bit later tonight. We've got a games night at their house, Maria's house. And then, yeah, I'll talk about that in next weekend's vlog. And I would like to probably start this either just chatty videos or just vlogs on a Sunday, because I think it's a nice way to end the week. But if you're watching this on the Sunday, I hope you have a fantastic next week, inshallah. Second week of September, here we come. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Love it.